Is it recording? Okay, it is. Hi guys, Oscar here with a new video. I apologize if I didn't know it was recording or not. I am using my mom's iPad, hence the reason why I am doing this microphone free, just because the audio, I did not install the app that is necessary for the microphone to work properly on her iPad, because it's not my iPad, it is my mom's. So, I wanted to show you guys, how I use my cell phone or iPhone. A little history with me in phones. So my first phone was an LG. I think Samsung made them. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Um, so that was my first phone. It was one of those slide phones where the screen had the speaker, up and down arrow buttons, and then when you slid it to the left or right, I think it was like left, you had the little keyboard, computer looking keyboard. And I really didn't like that, just because, or the voice, the software, just because it would let me know who I would call, but it wouldn't read back to me my messages, or it wouldn't send messages for me. So that was the main problem I had with that phone. But for what it did, I knew who, like, I was a phone call type person. So yeah. Next up, my next phone was one of those Blackberries, because back then Blackberries were cool, even though it started declining because the iPhone and Apple came in. So a lot of people got on my case for having a crap berry. Yes, that's what they were called, and that's what they're still called to this day, but they're kind of almost out of business. Um, so, I went to a youth training program where a lot of the technology instructors advised me to either use an iPhone or an Android, because those softwares were so much easier to use, they were accessible, and it depends on people's preferences on what they choose, iPhone or Android. Android uses TalkBack. I've never used TalkBack or an Android phone, so I really can't give more details. But from what I heard from people that switch from iPhone to Android, that it is complicated to understand at first, and then those who use Android say it's simple, but anyway, yeah. And also, back then, TalkBack, you actually had to spend $100 for the software. Now I hear it's kind of more built in, of course, because Android is competing with Apple. But sorry, my notifications for my phone went off, um, and I'll get into that in a second. But I've always used an iPhone. I like Apple. It has built-in voiceover is what I use. What's the software is called on the phone, and I'm going to show you here different apps that I use on a daily slash whenever I need to. So let me show you. Okay, my bad. I was doing a grocery shopping with Instacart, so I apologize. I'm going to show you a few cool apps that I use. Where are you? Open Money Reader. So the app that I have open now is Money Reader, and so as hard as I tried, or as hard as people tried to teach me, I never understood the concept of identifying money, dollar bills. $1 bill, $5 bill, $10 bill, $20 bill, and so on. Um. Oh, oops, my bad. Um. So I never. Oh man. Give me 1 second. Okay, we're good. Again, I'm using my mom's iPad, and I'm not accustomed to a big screen. So I apologize if I keep on interrupting. But So I use this to identify my bills when I need to, and that's how I end up, finding out if I say that I need to pay something in cash. I ask my family, hey, can I get some bills, and they would give me the bills, and they would tell me, I don't know, I don't think they have tried to trick me yet, but um, you never know. So what I end up doing just to be safe is, I launch this money reader app, and what I do is I point the bill to the camera, and then it will read, the bill that I have. Let me see if I can find a bill here in my drawer here. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Let's see if I can find one. Oh, I do have one. So good news, I did find one. I'm doing a double take of this shot. So I did find a bill here. So let's see here. Money Reader. Let me turn off voiceover just because for some weird reason Money Reader does not like voiceover at the same time. Turn off voiceover.
Okay, I turned off voiceover.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Money reader running.
Oh,
Money
there we
reader
go.
running.
Here we go. Watch.
$1, $1, $1.
You see, so all I do is I flatten the bill as much as I can, and then I just put the bill, in front of the camera, and it depends on the distance. You have to be, the bill has to be, a certain, maybe a few inches or centimeters for the camera to read it properly.
$1.
But as you see there, I have just $1 here on my person.
Money reader running.
Turn on voiceover.
Okay, I turned on.
So that is Money Reader. And again, I use this to identify money, even though I really should learn how to identify bills by touch, but it has always been an epic fail for me. So any blind people that know how to do that, give me some helpful tricks to do that, just because again it would be a helpful skill to have. Next up is I would like to show you guys how I send and read text messages. So I go here to my messages. Okay, so I'm gonna send a message. There are different, blind individuals, have different methods of sending text messages with voiceover or with their iPhone. And I'm going to show you 3 different ways that I do it. So the first option is, you guys have heard this before, using Siri to do it. So watch. Send message to Oscar Josue Montiel.
What do you want to say?
Hi, this is a podcast clip.
Your message to Oscar Josue Montiel says, hi, this is a podcast clip. Ready to send it?
Yes.
Okay, it's sent.
Hold on. Stop. Sorry, sometimes voiceover can be a little bit annoying. Let me see here. Okay. So you saw there that's a simple way of doing it. I like writing out my messages because I'm that type of person, and I'll get into how I write those messages out here in a few minutes. But the only reason why I would try to use Siri is if because I'm naturally a slow texter, and sometimes my siblings get on my case for being such a slow texter. So if I need to do something real, like send a message real quick, that's like emergency or information, I would just hit up, activate Siri and say, hey Siri, send message to Alma or send message to John. That's something quick for me to It's something quick, so that way I'm not spending like 5 or 6 minutes, because again I am a slow texter, to if they need something right away. Now the next method of writing the text message is, and it's funny because I'm actually gonna show you how I respond to this guy. Alright, so I'm gonna let this guy know that I'm using him as an example. So I'm gonna show you another way, which is, I'm gonna watch. So what I'm doing here is I'm moving my finger all around the screen, and since the text field is open, the keyboard is shown. So I'm going to send him, no problem, never mind actually, N M V NVM, and so what I'm doing is I'm going to the different letters, and the letters that I want, I would select it by double tapping or clicking twice really fast. I You know what? I'm just gonna finish this with dictation. I'm just gonna show you this. I just wanted to show you how another way, but I'm gonna finish. I am reshooting the clip. By the way, comma, I am texting you while I'm on air. I hope you don't mind. Period. So if say that I'm in the middle of writing a text message, and my sister, my brother are like, "Oh my God, you're typing so slow. Like, can you please hurry it up?" I would just go ahead, click dictation and finish off the text message. A little bit of both. But here is a third way that I text message, that I would send a message. I'm sorry. All right. So the next way is so if you guys are familiar with the way that people write Braille, or if you've seen the Braille writer, it's 6 dots, 3 on the left side, 3 on the right side, and of course the spacebar in the middle. But here on the phone, I can turn that mode on, and this is how. So I'm gonna switch my router, which is I'm gonna use my thumb and my index finger to get to the Braille screen input. So now that it's there, now that I'm on this Braille screen input mode, I can write in the way that I would write Braille with the 6 dots. So this is, oops. No, come on. Why are you not? This is me writing in Braille screen input. See, so all I do is write it like I'm writing in the Braille method, and just hit the send button. And for me, this is my preferred method. of sending text messages, and I write a lot faster. It is much faster than the double tap. Maybe sometimes if dictation messes up what you say, and I'm really in a rush, I'm a naturally like fast texter if I do it this way as well. So this is my preferred method. Again, there are other methods. I'm just not comfortable with them. So I hope you loved this little demonstration of me using my iPhone. I will cover more about voiceover here, like when I talk about the laptop and how I got introduced to voiceover. It's just this is gonna be a little intro to the phone, just because when I talk about the PC, there will be conversations about me using the Mac as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little clip. This is the last time I'm going to mention this in this video, or in the videos prior. Probably going to mention it in the end instead of the beginning. Like this video, subscribe, share, and watch me on Anchor, guys. Alright, see you guys next time.